हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू कोड कार्नेशन। आज के इस वीडियो लेक्चर में हम देखेंगे कंप्लीट रोड मैप फॉर जावास्क्रिप्ट। मीन्स फॉर व्हाट आर द टॉपिक्स वी हैव टू कवर in terms to complete the complete course of JavaScript. And sooner on this video, on this channel, we will see a series of videos, a playlist specifically for JavaScript, and in which we will be covering all the topics which we are going to discuss today. So yeah, let's start. What are the topics we are going to cover in JavaScript for covering the complete course? So ideally, we have 16 topics here, which is being listed in front of you. These are the 16 topics we complete course of Java. Those topics are first we'll see the introduction of JavaScript, then we'll go for what all the variables or what types of variables we are having. Then we have data types in JavaScript, what all the data types we have. Then we'll see the typecasting, the typecasting, data structures, equality comparison. In JavaScript we have different type of comparison symbols or comparison syntax which we are going to use, and we have loops and iterations for JavaScript. We have control flow of JavaScript. Then we come to expressions and operation, and later on this video we'll see functions. Like function is the one topic which we are going to cover in like a part of JavaScript. Then using this keyword, what are the types or where all we can use the keywords. Asynchronous JavaScript, working with API, classes, modules, and memory management. If you cover these 16 topics, the complete JavaScript will be done for the starting, and then we'll go for the practice set or for practicing complete questions and ready for interviews and those things. So though that is different, like making project, but at least for starting the project, these topics should be known. Okay, so let's come back to each of them. So if we have introduction to JavaScript, in this we can see there are 4 topics, which is what is JavaScript, history of JavaScript, like script, what all the types and versions came into JavaScript, and how we can run the JavaScript. We have multiple tools to run the JavaScript. Even we can run it in console. Like suppose if I'm right now in a web page, so if I'm going and clicking on this any of the web page, if you're going to inspect, so I can run the JavaScript there as well. Or we will use Virtual Studio to run the JavaScript in this tutorial, further on this. Okay, so now coming back to the second thing, like what all the variables which we are going to cover. So what are the types of variables we have? So basically we have we can like differentiate variables in two one is based on the scopes, and we can differentiate the variables based on the scope itself, and also the types which we have. Variable declaration, we are having var, let, and const. So before to ECMA 6 of JavaScript version, we are using ES6, we are using var itself, but now it is being very highly recommended to use let and const based on the usability. So what is var, what, let, and const, that we will see it in the upcoming videos and in the playlist. Okay, so now we'll see the scope. What are the scope, based on the scope, how the variables are being defined. That is a block scope, means something is defined inside the block itself, that is that we consider as a block scope. If suppose if we are going on functional, so if it is a functional scope, so function scope, so till based on the when the variable is declared inside the function, it is only accessible within that particular function, so that cannot be used outside the function, so that we can call it as a function scope. So we have block and function and global. So when we have a global scope, means the variable which is declared globally is basically considered as any like outside the function, so we can use that variable outside the function as well, so like across the globe. So that is what the block function, globe function, and function scope. So based on the scope, it is being declared. Now going back to data structures. So what types of data structures we have? So basically we have data structures in basically we have data structure in primitive data type and object type. So when we comes to primitive data type, we are having 7 types of majorly used, which is a string, number, big int, boolean or undefined, and symbol and null. So these are the 7 types of this. Then we are already also have one data type as type of operator. So type of operator, we will be using it to in this, like suppose we basically when it comes to type of operator, that is like we can use this type of operator to find the data type of a JavaScript variable. Like suppose if we are having a JavaScript variable, if we want to know the which data type it belongs to, we can use this type of operator. Also when we have this built-in object, so a built-in object is nothing but number, math, date, string, error, function and boolean. And also we have object prototype. So this is how we are going to cover this data type. So once this data type is finished for us, then we'll move to other topics of our roadmap, that is typecasting. So in typecasting, we are having explicit typecasting, implicit typecasting and type conversion. So once you're done with explicit typecasting, type conversion and implicit typecasting, it comes under typecasting. Then we have data structures. So when it comes to data structure, we have collections and structured data. So when we talk about collections, it is map, weak map, set, weak set, array set and structured data. Also I will come back to this later. First we have data structure. So this is how the data structure is being distinguished. So structured data are JSON in data structure in JavaScript, and collections are the map, weak map, set and array, those things which is collecting the same. We can have multiple operations on it. Then we have equality comparison. So when it comes to equality comparison, we have two different things. One is one second, let me move this on top, then we will come back to this and discuss. Right now we are going to discuss this equality comparison. So when we have this equality comparison, ideally this equality comparison is when we have is loosely equal or strict equal or same value 0 or the same value. So these are the equality algorithms which we will be seeing. And also when it comes to this equal, triple equal and object is. So ideally this is now is very come in JavaScript. How it is being used is, like suppose when it comes to a equal means operator does not compare the type of the types. When it comes to it will just compare the value. So when it has triple equal, it will compare the value as well as the data type of the operator. So and when it have the object.is, this function or this method is determined whether the two values are same in this, like we will be passing two values inside this object is, so that will be checking whether it is the same or not. So this is how the equality comparison will work. Apart from this equality comparison, we will come to this loop and iteration. So loop and iteration is nothing but like for statement or do while or while statement. This is like if we want to iterate something, then we can go for loops and iterations. Then we have control flow. Control flow is nothing but conditional statements. Conditional statement is if we have if and we have if else, we can have nested if or we can have switch. So this is how the loop and loop iteration and conditional flows are being different. So this is how the this. So we have covered almost 50% of JavaScript after completing this 8th topic. Now if we will go for expression and operators, we can see assignment operator, comparison operator, arithmetic operator, bitwise operator, logical operator, big int operator, string operator, conditional, comma, unary and rational operator. So these types of expression operator we will see it in upcoming videos in the series in this JavaScript series, but yes, we have to learn operators in as a ninth topic, expression and operator. Then we can see how the functions are being used in JavaScript, how we can create the function, what is the syntax of using the functions and all. Then we have the using this keyword in the as a 11th topic. So where we can use this keyword, this as a keyword, we can use it in a method, or we can use this in a function. We can using it alone, we can also use it, or we can use it in event handling or in arrow function, which is being introduced in again ES6, and arrow function is being introduced. After that, we can use this keyword as a function borrowing and explicit binding. So what is function borrowing and explicit binding, that we will see it in the upcoming videos in that particular series, in the series for JavaScript. Now let's come to asynchronous JavaScript. So when we talk about asynchronous JavaScript, again we have four different thing. This is advanced series of JavaScript. If we want to know at least these four, it will be very easy for us to understand how the complete functionality flow, and this is very advanced and very important. We have callback functions, we have promises, we have set time out and set intervals. So this is very important, one of the important topic which comes under advanced JavaScript to be covered. Okay, then we will be using this working with APIs, working with APIs, how the JavaScript is being worked as APIs, and classes, module, and memory management. So these four topics are again in a JavaScript. So if we will talk about what is the basic of JavaScript, so this is all 16 topics, cover basic, advanced both. If we want to discuss what are the advanced when we are moving towards the advanced topics, this is JavaScript promises, JavaScript callback, asynchronous and await, error handling, data structure in JavaScript, oops concept, how we are going to implement the oops in JavaScript, and the asynchronous JavaScript, and apart the last, the modules of JavaScript. So this is how the advanced version of JavaScript is being covered in this particular series. Fine, then this is all we have, and this is when it comes to series, or when we start with the series, we will see each and every topic in detail, and make sure like you subscribe this channel and stay tuned. We will be discussing each and every topic in details, and will provide the notes and other details to you as well. In terms of source code also we will be providing. Sooner we are working on a website as well, so that whatever the things which we are discussing here, you will be having a easier place to reach and get it out. Also in this Code Carnation channel, we'll try to make video in both the languages, English and Hindi. So yeah, that's all we have. So आप लोग बने रहिए इस चैनल पे, और सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए, शेयर कर दीजिए बाकी लोगों के साथ. आपको ये जो टॉपिक हम लोगों ने अभी डिस्कस किया है, ये सारे टॉपिक्स के डिटेल्स व वीडियोस आपको मिलेंगे प्लेलिस्ट में, आपको डेफिनेटली ये देखने को मिलेगा. सो या दैट्स ऑल वी हैव फॉर टुडे, एंड या cool, keep learning, keep exploring. Thank you so much for being.